Well, hello there. Thanks for tuning in. I'd be really surprised if you actually listen to the whole thing. So if you do listen to my entire spiel from beginning to end, please leave me a comment at the end. Thanks for listening. It's been a fun ride. I decided now is a good time to thank my audience before I go on hiatus. I started this channel in the middle of the coronavirus pandemic. I had nothing better to do at the time. Actually, I discovered many things to do at home, like cleaning the house, doing some maintenance, reading a book for leisure. You know what? Wow, I haven't read a book for leisure in I don't even know how many years. And also, exercise. I exercise more than before. And of course, as you know, I picked up a pen and a microphone, and I recorded some comedies right here. And actually, I do draft my comedies with pen and paper. I do not type my drafts. This piece alone took me something like 2 to 3 hours to draft. And then I have to edit, revise, and record. If you've been following me, you would notice I used to publish a new upload every week or so, or as quickly as my creative juices would allow. And that was when I was not working. But recently, I haven't. I think I made only one upload in all of August. Why? Because, drumroll, I'm now working full time! Yay! But you probably don't miss me too much. As of August 31st, I checked. The most views I got was an astounding 22 views, or I should say 22 listens, for my summer part 1 comedy. And that was followed closely behind by my convocation speech on Wednesday, June the 10th, with an amazing 21 views. And that was not a comedy. Makes me wonder if I'm better off as a motivational speaker rather than a comedian or jokester. And of those views, most of you probably know who I am in person anyways. So you don't need to hear me rant here on the internet. You get to listen to the real me. And if you don't know me personally, you probably still don't know me. I don't show my face. You were probably hoping I would put on a hoodie and turn my back to the camera, but nope, I'm audio only. And that's a key difference between TV and radio. You see, I don't watch a lot of TV. I spent a few years of my life without even owning a TV. But I listen to radio, and that's where I got some of my comedy inspiration. The best part of radio is I can listen all day. I can have the radio turned on while working, while eating, doing the laundry, cleaning, exercising. But with TV, my eyes are glued to the screen and I cannot do anything else. That being said, maybe YouTube is the wrong platform for me. Maybe I should be publishing podcasts, not YouTube videos. No one watching YouTube really wants to stare at a blank screen, or in most of my cases a single image, for a quarter of an hour or so while listening to my funnies or my lames. I don't even know if my jokes are funny or lame. Besides, the internet is very, very distracting. It's way too easy to hit the next button on YouTube or the X button on your browser. There's just so much content that there's no need to listen to me unless I'm absolutely captivating beyond belief. And now, another key difference between stand-up comedy and online comedy. By the way, live stand-up is dead thanks to COVID-19. So, long live computer comedy. When I record my comedies, I'm speaking into a microphone and speaking to an audience of 0. And I never know how many people will actually listen. And in some of those cases, some of my uploads, it was 0 for the longest time. And even when I got those 22 views on my summer comedy part 1, nobody bothered to listen to part 2. That's a slap in the face. I also never know when you're laughing or booing, or when you're just dead silent or flat out bored. I don't see you when you drop to the floor laughing uncontrollably. I also don't see how many rotten eggs are flown onto the stage. Which is probably a good thing, because if I was doing live stand-up, the stage crew will have a very busy time cleaning up after I'm booed off the stage before the next performer can come on. Whereas, when I'm on YouTube, if you throw a rotten egg on your computer screen, I don't know about it, and you're the one cleaning up the mess, or buying yourself a brand new computer. No one even bothers to waste 2 seconds of their life to click the dislike button. Not surprising. One of my videos, the first view I got, the average view time was only 2 seconds. That means that person X'd out so fast they must have clicked on the wrong video. Come on, relax. It's not a porno. You don't have to X out that quickly. But you know what's the best thing about being a comedian altogether? I can tell lies without repercussion. It's all a farce anyways. I can tell you 1 billion people are infected with COVID-19 and you'll believe me. Or not. And that's okay, as long as I know how to say it in a funny way. As for the actual number, that's not my job. That's the public health officials, or the CDC, or news reporters. That's why I'm not a news anchor. As a comedian, I don't need to be accountable to anything I say or do. I just need facts and funny, or farce and funny. As long as it's funny, fact or farce don't matter. And the viewership says it all. In my case, it does not matter because maybe only 1 billionth of the world actually hear what I have to say. And if what I say mattered, you'll come back for more and you'll share it with more people. Of course, what I have to say doesn't matter. Who cares about my BS? The world has so many other things to care about. It's a great thing I'm working full-time again, because I can actually do something meaningful, rather than making lame jokes or false facts. I checked. On September 5th, the World Health Organization reported 296,000 confirmed new cases of the coronavirus worldwide. And that's actually not the full truth. It's a fact, it's not a lie. But we also know these are only the countries that test and report the COVID case counts. And also, according to the WHO, 6,029 people reportedly died of COVID-19 on September 5th. See, I did my homework this time. Yippee! So, that means in a quarter of an hour that you listen to me blab, something like 60 people have succumbed to the coronavirus. This is a fact, not fiction. That means 4 people died every minute. Is that not more important than telling jokes? And that's just COVID-19. What about other diseases like HIV/AIDS, cancer, heart disease, Alzheimer's? And what about famine and starvation? People starving to death, or lack of clean drinking water. Probably 50,000 people are dying of preventable causes in the 15 minutes that I'm speaking. I don't know. I made that number up. I don't know. And that's the beauty of being a comedian. I don't need to know. And then there's the forgotten epidemic of drug overdoses and substance abuse. You know, when I walk through the rough parts of town, every time I hear sirens and watch an ambulance or a fire truck roll by, my first thought is not COVID-19. The first thing that comes to mind, drug overdose. Have we forgotten our most underprivileged and marginalized? People are dying in their backyards and on our doorstep, and we are willfully blind as we focus our media attention to the COVID-19 pandemic. And how about the pandemic of systemic racism? Now, this one is not forgotten. When I watch a video of a white police officer shooting a black man in the back 7 times in front of his kids, that was a real WTF moment. You see, people are dying from racism and discrimination. Is that 1-minute video not more important than my 15-minute rant here? And then, how have we forgotten all about climate change? Since the coronavirus descended upon us, everything is disposable. Plastic bags, PPE, even human lives are disposable. We produced more garbage in the past 6 months than all of 2019. Wait, that's a lie. I made that up. So, if COVID-19 doesn't kill us, we'll all kill each other, kill ourselves, kill our planet. So yeah, there you have it. Fake fun facts. So what are you waiting for? Put on a mask, put on some gloves, pick up a shovel or a stethoscope and do something about it. If you're not returning to school and you don't have a job yet, or you haven't found one yet, or if COVID-19 has killed your industry, well, then look for something else you can do. It doesn't have to be something in your field or what you're educated in. It doesn't have to be COVID-19 related either. Just do something that you will feel positive and meaningful about and contribute to society. Let's all do something meaningful and make the world a better place for everyone, even if you're volunteering your time. Because the last thing you want is to contract COVID-19 and lie on your deathbed lamenting that you hadn't done anything. I mean, wouldn't it be infinitely better to die knowing that you did something to make the world a better place? Even if that means picking up a pen and a microphone. At the very least, go and vote. Cast a ballot. That is, if you live in a democracy. People are dying. People fight to have the right to vote. Blood is shed. Lives are lost. In the name of democracy. So, if you have the right to vote in your hands, please use your hand and exercise that right. And if you feel that pouring out onto the street to protest is the solution, then please be safe, put on a mask, keep it peaceful. The pen is mightier than the sword, so says Edward Bulwer Lytton. So that means your fist is for pumping air, it is not for punching people, and please leave your guns at home. The first Monday in September is Labor Day. Usually, pre-COVID, labor unions will have parades, but this year I don't know. Personally, I don't like Labor Day, because in my life, Labor Day has been associated with unemployment. A couple of times after Labor Day, when children return to school and adults return to their jobs, I had nothing to go back to after that long weekend. This year, come Tuesday, I'm happy I actually have a job to look forward to. But I take that with a grain of salt. All credible sources expect at least a second wave of COVID-19, so be careful. And if history says anything, the second wave will strike harder than the first. So, I may very well find myself without work again, and if I get locked down and stuck at home with nothing to do, perhaps I will upload more YouTube. So if you really love listening to me and cannot wait to hear my voice again, please subscribe my channel and receive a notification next time I post something, whenever that happens to be. And if you manage to listen to me all the way until this point, please at least spend the next 2 seconds of your life to click on the like or the dislike button. And if you have an extra 30 seconds to spare, please leave me a comment too. Thank you for listening to a virtual nobody talk. It's been a fun ride these past 4 months or so. Please take care of yourself. I wish you good health. Please stay safe, stay healthy. And in closing, to quote my very own lyrics from the very first song I posted to YouTube on April 23rd, 2020. Be strong, have hope, share love, don't spread disease. Thank you. Signing off, indefinitely, but hopefully not forever. I am DJW.